Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm, coming to you on the 13th of June 2020 from Plains, Georgia. In fact, from the steps of the high school in Plains, Georgia. These very steps, these very well-worn steps, were actually run up and down many times by a young lad who was later to become the 39th President of the United States. Yes, Jimmy Carter. Now, I'm no fan of Jimmy Carter's, but in 1976, when he got elected president, I was a 16-year-old liberal young boy, Southern boy, and I was really proud to see a Southern guy getting elected in the Democratic Party to being President of the United States. 3 years later, when I was in the Army, I was somewhat less proud of him. In fact, Mr. Jimmy Carter, see, this is one of his historic sites here in Plains, Georgia, is a man who converted me from being a liberal to being a libertarian conservative, if you will. And that's another story, but that's not the story I'm going to tell you today. Oh, by the way, how do you like my rose-colored glasses? I've got another video coming up on that, which I actually filmed yesterday, but I did that on my camcorder. I forgot my SD to USB converter card, so that's going to have to wait to be uploaded. I can upload this one today. All that said, the man who is a boy, as a lad, rapping down these steps, and most of these high schools here in the country, this probably went from first grade to 12th grade back in the day. I'm not sure, but he ran up and down the steps many times. And he became an engineer, so I'm sure he had an algebra book in his pack or hands, run up and down the stairs a few times, along with history books and many other things. So Mr. Carter, President Carter, accomplished something amazing in becoming president. Now, whether you agree with his policies is not part of the purpose of this video. Let's talk about opportunity, freedom. For Jimmy Carter, coming from this location here in a very small, very rural Georgia town, he was in fact, this school was built in 1921, the year my dad was born. I just see it up there on a capstone, 1921. So Jimmy Carter was proof that you can grow up on a peanut farm. You can be anybody. There's a truck. Yeah, I had to redo this video because he drove by on a mower a minute ago and then he drives by in his truck. Not so bad. So, this is proof of what freedom can buy you. Freedom allows anyone to reach great heights in many areas. Freedom permits you to grow up on a farm or in a city block and aspire to become President of the United States. You can't do that in a lot of countries and a lot of lands. That's the value of freedom. You have the opportunity. Doesn't mean you're going to do that. You know, we've only got a limited number of presidents. We're up to what, 45 now? So that number is pretty limited out of the population of the United States. But it says that you can aspire to greatness and achieve it. Anyone can. You know, look at Barack Obama, born in a mixed, broken marriage. He became president. I'm not saying I'm a fan of his. I'm just saying opportunity is real so far. Everybody has opportunity in this country. We have opportunities because we have freedoms. I did a video recently in which I said freedom matters, and I want you to consider that. That is part of why freedom matters. It's not just for your rights and freedoms, but it's where you can go and what you can accomplish in life if you're determined. That's what I'm telling you here today. You can become, I don't care who you are, where you at, as long as you still have breath in your lungs, you can aspire to become greater. I would challenge you to do things that better mankind, better humanity down the road. Especially if you're young. Holy smoke, you won't believe what you might be capable of. People in our society are often believing that they're limited because a lot of our pop culture and a lot of the cultures we grow up in tell us that we can only do this and we can only do that, that we're only this or we're only that. That's not true. What is in your heart? What would you like to be? What would you like to become? Do you have aspirations? Oh, Greg, but this day we're all so limited. We can only do this, that, or the other. Well, look, there are people who came up in the Great Depression and made great things out of themselves. My dad was a young lad when the Great Depression struck. He was only 8. He remembered the pre-Depression era. I got videos of him talking about that. He passed away this year in March, the 20th of March, unfortunately. But he was just a few days shy of being 99. Born a year that this building had its capstone laid in. The school that Jimmy Carter Ran up and down the steps of many times. Jimmy Carter is about 3 years younger than my dad. He's still alive. I'm sure he could tell you a lot himself, and who'd be interesting to talk to, whether or not you believe the way he believes. I'd be happy to talk to anybody of any part of the political spectrum, because everybody has their own rose-colored glasses, their own perspective, and they all have something to share, whether you agree with them or not. Why do they believe how they believe? How do they get there? Why do I believe how I believe? How did I get there? I'll tell you more about that in the future. But I have had a big switch in how I think and how I believe. Should be tractors running down the street here. This is definitely a farm town. You'll be able to sit this big old Ford tractor right in there. There's a blue Ford tractor. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Yes, when I was a kid, we had a tractorcade in my hometown with tractors with and signs that said Carter in the White House, Farmer in the Poorhouse. I remember that. It's kind of interesting to be in Plains, Georgia, watching the tractor go down the street. Brings back memories. Well, my friends, you know, like I said, he'd been an interesting character to talk to. I would definitely like to speak to someone like him for some time. Don't mean I agree with him. Like I said, he switched me. He's a guy he is the person who switched me from, well, that and a lot of life experiences, what life taught me, but he was the catalyst. He switched me from being a liberal, very liberal. I was quite liberal when I was young, extremely liberal. I was a socialist. Before that, I was actually communist up until I was in 10th grade. But I learned better. Life taught me a lot. But I know what it's like to be on the other side. I know what it's like to think that way. So a lot of you people may say, oh, Greg Galson, you're just a baby boomer. You're this, you're that. No, I have had a spectrum of thoughts and beliefs in my life, but I've been flexible. I've been able to change as I learn and grow. And I hope I can help you in your path of learning and growing. Whether you agree with me or not. I'm not telling you to agree with me. Just think about some things I share with you. You might find it interesting. I do mean well, and that's the key thing. So I hope you appreciate that. And hopefully through open dialogue, all of us well-meaning people can come to a better agreement for what our future should be. I am definitely one of believing that we need to try to reach out and strive for peace while the opportunity still avails itself. And I'm thinking that we are at great risk today. So that's why I did a video about rose-colored glasses, about you wearing somebody else's rose-colored glasses. That will be posted really soon. But before that, you know, you get to hear this as a preamble. As I stand in front of Jimmy Carter's high school in Plains, Georgia. I'm on a mission. Not the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God. That's why I've been down here. But I'm heading back home. Anyway, you can support my channel by clicking the links below most of my videos. There probably won't be any posted under this one for a while, because I'm going to upload it directly from my phone. And it's real clunky. I'm not even sure I can get this one uploaded properly without pulling over, because it's hard now to get the self-ratings and all that stuff for the monetization. I don't know, we'll see how that works, but it's hard to do from my phone. I tried it and it didn't work on a previous video. So, we'll see. But please, consider the things I say. If you like what I say, subscribe to my channel. Bang the update notification bell. But YouTube has been known to drop subscribers a lot, so make sure you're still subscribed. Check the bell from time to time. And you probably won't have to just log into my channel and check it periodically to see what my latest videos are, because a lot of people just aren't getting notifications, because, well, maybe my message is a little too independent. Anyway, everyone, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this moment here in Plains, Georgia. Goodbye.